I kindly request all of you to keep your mobile phones switched off or in silent mode. And we will be going live on YouTube right now. So we'll start with the program.
Honorable dignitaries, learned delegates, respected teachers, and students, a very good morning to one and all. I, Parul Oberoi,
And I, Ravina Esther Ravichandran, feel privileged to welcome you all on behalf of the Department of Humanities and Social Sciences to the 2 days International Conference on Environmental Change and Socio-cultural Transformations in India.
well, Albert Einstein said, if we knew what it was we were doing, it would not be called research, would it? It is on occasions like this we get opportunities to test our knowledge and understanding. We look forward to get an exposure about what the best of the brains think about this very dynamic issue of environmental change and socio-cultural transformations in India.
This conference is sponsored by 175 Years Celebration Committee of IIT Roorkee. IIT Roorkee has 175 years of heritage and counting. The institute was established in 1847 as the Roorkee College and was the first engineering college in order to train human resources for the immediate requirements for the construction of the Ganga Canal. But its contribution is not only in the field of engineering, but also in the field of humanities and social sciences.
To make this gathering represent positivity and take this to the path of success, I would like to invite all the dignitaries, Professor Ajit K. Chaturvedi, Professor Joel L. K. Pachurao, Professor Nagendra Kumar, Professor Lalatendu K. Sridas, and Professor Tony Thomas on the stage to spread the same by lighting of the lamp. Please, sir. Please, ma'am.
Now, I request everyone to please rise for the prayer.
जयति जयति वेद्या संस्थान जयति जयति वेद्या संस्थान हिंदी शृंगो से अभिनंदित गंगा जय करते कलेगा जयति जयति वेद्या संस्थान जयति जयति वेद्या संस्थान शिक्षा आदर्शों में उन्नत जीवन शिल्पी भूरचनारत शिक्षा आदर्शों में उन्नत जीवन रचनार श्रमं विना न किमपि साध्यं यन्त्रकला कौशलविद्या जयति जयति विद्या संस्थान जयति जयति विद्या संस्थान जन जीवन प्रासाद उठाकर सेतु बांध भूखंड जुड़ाकर जन जीवन प्रासाद उठाकर सेतु बांध भूखंड जुड़ाकर अंतरिक्ष में यान उड़ाकर नवयुग को देता आह्वान जयति जयति विद्या संस्थान जयति जयति विद्या संस्थान सर्जनित जीवन नित अर्पित धरा स्वर्ग शोभा कर निर्मित सर्जनित जीवन नित अर्पित धरा स्वर्ग शोभा कर निर्मित वैज्ञानिक युग पथ में मूर्ति भूपर लाता स्वर्ण विहार जयति जयति विद्या संस्थान जयति जयति विद्या संस्थान नई प्रेरणा से दीपित मन नव स्वप्नों से हर्षित लोचन नई प्रेरणा से दीपित मन नव स्वप्नों से हर्षित लोचन नए सत्य की उर में धड़कन ध्येय राष्ट्र जीवन कल्याण जयति जयति विद्या संस्थान जयति जयति विद्या संस्थान हिंदी शृंगों से अभिनंदित गंगा जल करते कल्याण जयति जयति विद्या संस्थान जयति जयति विद्या संस्थान जयति जयति विद्या संस्थान जयति जयति विद्या संस्थान.
Thank you. You may be seated. I would like to call upon Varun and Geeta to present a token of appreciation to the Director of IIT Roorkee, Professor Ajit K. Chaturvedi, and to the keynote speaker of the conference, Professor Joy L. K. Pachwal. Thank you.
Thank you. Now, I would like to invite Professor Lalatendu Keshridas on the stage for the welcome address. Please, sir.
Thank you, Parul. Dear Professor Chaturvedi, Professor Pachau, Professor Nagendra Kumar, our paper presenters, faculty colleagues, and dear students. On behalf of the organizing committee and myself, I take this opportunity to thank you all for gracing this event and welcome you to the two-day international conference on environmental change and socio-cultural transformations in India. It is not always that an educational institution in India or elsewhere celebrates its 175th year of foundation. IIT Roorkee has that distinction. The water engineers coming out of this institution have left their mark not only on the geography of India, but also on its social, cultural, religious, political, environmental, and economic arenas. Some of these interventions have permanently altered the environmental and social dimensions of those particular locations with ramifications going beyond those regions. One only needs to visit the cities of Haridwar, Roorkee, from where it all started, to get a glimpse of it. That is the reason why our conference banner prominently features the East India Company building, now called the James Thomason Building of IIT Roorkee. As we celebrate the legacy of IIT Roorkee, how can we understand the global processes of change and crisis today? The conference will deliberate this by using transformation as a conceptual lens and an analytical framework. Transformation can entail change at multiple levels: macro, micro, global, rural, and the processes of change with diverse actors and groups creatively engaged as agents of transformation, either as individuals or groups seeking transformation or involved in transforming societies. In doing so, the purpose of the conference is to foreground the historical processes of transformation, but one that is non-linear, teleological, and non-binary. We aim to unpack the politics of transformation, the political nature of transformation, and how actors are situated politically across different ideological spectrums. We therefore view transformation in both social and political terms. Today, the discourse of transformations in India as elsewhere is dominated by concerns about environmental change and the pace through which such change needs to be responded. However, there remains a significant gap in terms of a cross-disciplinary dialogue that highlight the complex and contested nature of transformation. In this context, we strive to address the questions and issues of transformation, acknowledging the diverse and contested terrain that the field encompasses. As climate change is increasingly threatening to undermine the present world order, with emerging countries and regions at the frontiers of transformations, it is time that we consider this moment to deliberate on the different dimensions of transformation from a social ecology perspective. That is the reason why we have sociologists, political scientists, historians, gender studies programmers, and many others being part of this program. Coming from institutions like University of Hyderabad, Jawaharlal Nehru University, IIT Bombay, Gandhinagar, Jammu, Dhanbad, Guwahati, Vanderbilt University, USA, University of East Anglia, UK, Cotton University, among others. The paper presenters will deliberate on themes ranging from land, labor, and capital, contested transformations, urbanity, identity and politics, ecological politics, conservation, ethnoecology, and geological materiality, resource extraction, and climate change. Once again, I welcome you all. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. The calling of the humanities is to make us truly human in the best sense of the word. To elaborate on this, I would like to invite Professor Nagendra Kumar for the introduction to the Department of Humanities and Social Sciences. Please, sir.
A very good morning to all of you. So it's my privilege to stand here and welcome all of you this morning in this all important gathering. Esteemed Director, Indian Institute of Technology, Professor Ajit Kumar Chaturvedi, Honorable Guest and Keynote Speaker, Professor Joy K.L. Puchava from Jawaharlal Nehru University, Delhi, distinguished colleagues, participants, and their students. It's certainly a historical moment in the history of our phenomenal institute as we celebrate 175 years of excellence in education. I deliberately did not mention technical education because we offer much more than that. So, and the Department of HSS is paying a humble tribute through this organization to this great institute as we organize this two-day international conference on environmental change and socio-cultural transformations in India. We talk about the rich diversity which this institute also represents. So we are not only talking about technological transformations, we are also talking about issues that impact the lives of we humans. Humanities and social sciences has been an integral part of this system, and it was established in 1966. So it has completed 56 years of its existence already, and it has been contributing significantly by offering number of courses and contributing significantly by its research and research projects. So basically, this department offers couple of degree programs. We started a 2-year degree program, MSc in economics, couple of years back, and I am proud to reveal that we were the first among the IITs to do that. And that program is running very successfully. Last year, we started the BS-MS integrated program in economics, and now we are admitting students through JU Advanced. And I'm again very happy to mention that our first batch students who joined our course, their rankings were higher than many of the engineering departments. So this itself is a testimony how humanities and social sciences is, setting the responsibility of imparting holistic education, inside engineering branches. We offer a number of core, elective, and optional courses to BTech, BArch, MTech, MERP, MArch, and all the programs of the institute. We have a very vibrant department comprising 27 faculty members, including one recently superannuated colleague. Out of which 13 are in economics, 7 in English, 3 in sociology, and 4 in psychology. And the department was recently, only this year, this has been phenomenal year in more than one way. In that Department of Humanities and Social Sciences was relocated in a state-of-the-art building, 6-storied building. And we anticipate more extension of the department. So right now we are 27, we intend to go take it to 45. And in the process, we also contemplate to come up with a couple of centers of excellence in different branches of humanities. And we also would like to introduce many new programs and new courses in due course of time. We are really grateful to our current director, Professor Ajit K. Chaturvedi, who has been the spearhead of all this success of humanities and social sciences. And he is instrumental in making us realize that we are not a service department, rather we are a department. And we have to come up with our own courses and own degree programs. So that has given us a lot of scope to think, plan, and execute. The department is having excellent research facilities and is one of the most vibrant research departments on campus, with 222 scholars presently working in different areas of humanities and social sciences, which I guess may be one of the highest on campus. Our faculty members are publishing excellent research papers in all the top journals of the world, and they are also coming up with meaningful projects that have not only national but global significance as well. Department has an econometrics lab, we have a language lab, we have a well-equipped reading room which has more than 8,000 volumes on different aspects, including some rare books on Russian literature and French literature as well. The department has a well-equipped psychological sciences lab, which is used for carrying out researches in psychology. So this is one of the most upcoming and vibrant departments on campus, and we have been trying to take it further by organizing such events on a regular basis. This two-day international conference on environmental change and socio-cultural transformations in India is possible because of the efforts taken in by two of our younger colleagues. Younger in the sense they have recently joined the department. And this is the first time they have come up with this event. So I compliment Professor Lalatendu Kesaridas and Professor Velua Puya, who along with the head of the department who is on its India leave and so could not be part of this, Professor Eddie Mishra, they planned this event. And the Institute 175-year celebration committee was gracious enough to grant us finances for this organization. So I'm grateful to the committee for considering our request and compliment and love the efforts made by our younger colleagues. And I also thank all of you for participating in this event and responding to our call. And I hope these 2 days will be very engrossing and fruitful with a lot of discussions surrounding this topic. So I wish you all the best. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for telling us about the department in detail. I would like to take this opportunity to now call upon our keynote speaker of the conference, Professor Roorkee Pachwa, professor from the Center of Historical Studies, Jawaharlal Nehru University, to address the gathering. Esteemed Director, Professor Chaturvedi, Head of Department of Humanities and Social Sciences, Professor Narendra Kumar, Professor Lalatendu Kesaridas, friends and colleagues, thank you very much for this invitation to be part of not only something that the Department of Humanities and Social Sciences is doing, but the institution as a whole, celebrating its 175th anniversary. It's indeed a great privilege and an honor for me that you have invited me here, and I am extremely grateful for this opportunity as well. I'm also very happy to hear more about what IIT Roorkee stands for. I am ashamed to admit that I do not know much about this institution, but I am grateful to the head of department for informing us of what IIT Roorkee has done and also what the Department of Humanities has done as well. And considering how well funded you are, I almost feel like coming here to to apply for a job here in IIT Roorkee, because in general, as you all know, the humanities and social sciences, we're not as well funded, and it's very difficult to even organize conferences these days. So I feel really privileged, and I know that all of you all are, among the top brains in this country, and I hope that we'll have a very fruitful time of interacting and learning from one another. So thank you very much, sir. Yeah.
Thank you, ma'am. Now I would invite Director Professor Jit K. Chaturvedi to address the gathering. Please, sir.
So maybe before I start my address, the head may send the next advertisement to Professor Pachau. Professor Pachwa, Professor Nagendra Kumar, my colleagues from HSS department, Professor Laltendra Das, Professor Tony Thomas, distinguished members in the audience, students, delegates. I'm extremely delighted when I saw the technical program of this conference. Looks like it's very carefully curated from some of the top academic institutions of the country to have a very select gathering talk on something which is as important as environment and socio-cultural transformation. Preparing this kind of technical program is not easy, and getting all these speakers together at one place over a 2-day period is not easy. Now it is up to the students and faculty of our Department of HSS to make sure that to get the best out of these 2-day events. So much effort goes into organizing any conference, effort in terms of time, in terms of resources. So it is important that we do not miss this opportunity to hear distinguished people from different institutions. And humanities is something that pervades across disciplines. It is not that we should think that this is only for sociology or only for students of history. I think students of economics, students of psychology, students of English, all of them can benefit by attending these talks and interacting with the speakers and raising questions, interesting questions, so that they can get interesting problems and topics for their own research, or expand their horizon so that they can interpret their topics in a better context or in a more novel context. So I hope that we will not let this opportunity slip by easily. On the occasion of 175th year, as we all know that different departments are celebrating academic events, and this is a very rare milestone, not easily achieved by any institution. I think we are still there. Not only we are there, but I would say that we are growing, and growing both in terms of quality, in terms of quantity. Today we are more than 9,000 students. We used to be 2,000 students 40 years back. We have grown more than 4 times. In terms of faculty, we have grown more than 2.5 times. We have crossed 500 faculty members. In terms of not only numbers we are growing, but also in terms of impact. So I think we need to make sure that we take seriously the remarks of Professor Pachua that she was not aware of us. That is not a good sign. So this is something that our Department of HSS needs to make sure that please travel more, please travel to more departments across the country, and please project IIT Roorkee in the HSS field. Unless our HSS colleagues know about us, only then we get good PhD students, only then we get good faculty candidates. If we want to get good candidates, which we of course want in every possible way, whether PhD, whether faculty, so the reach and the outreach of this department has to improve. I'm very happy with the progress that the department has shown. We were very small just few years back. The HSS department was very small. It has grown substantially, but I would not be satisfied with the growth that it is there. I think easily we must cross 40. That's the minimum that we need, that minimum that IIT Roorkee expects from HSS. And to cross 40 in terms of faculty, we need to have outreach because we need good applications. We need applications which are really showing some excellence, some kind of a unique footprint, some kind of pedigree, some kind of research contribution that is attractive. On the occasion of 175th year, I would say that it's not only IIT Roorkee that is celebrating, but also the entire country is celebrating this milestone. And I have good reason to make this claim because the government of India is to release a special commemorative coin of 175 rupees denomination. And similarly, government has also taken one more decision that they will release a postage stamp on this milestone. So both these show the impact, show the kind of influence that our institute had over this long journey in terms of nation building, in terms of influencing the landscape of technology, more and more in the domain of technology because we started other disciplines about 100 years after our birth. So from 1847 to quite some time, we were primarily focused on engineering. So other departments came later on. But I think now every department is as mature or as important as any other department. Um, in terms of other ways to celebrate 175th year, I would like to mention a few things that our 175 years committee decided to do in our neighborhood. We should not only think always in terms of globally, but also in terms of what we can do to handhold or to take the neighborhood forward. And so we have been organizing visits by school children. So about 8 such visits have already happened. And the target is more than 20 visits from a neighborhood of about 30 to 40 kilometers. Of course, 1 or 2 schools have come from very far off also. And these composition of these visits are fully designed so that all economic sections, all social sections, all mediums of education, all these are represented in the groups. And they travel to different labs of the institute. And in the evening, the director is present in the campus, the director addresses them. And those moments have been so enjoyable that it's difficult to describe in words when you see the faces of the students, when you, school children, who are, these children are at 10th, 11th, 12th, at that kind of age. And they get really inspired and get really charged up by the evening. They don't look tired at all, although it starts at 8:30 in the morning. We have also started a program called Tech Sarathi. This program is to handle the local industry so that it can reform itself, it can improve itself, it can adapt better technologies, more green technologies. We have identified 5 academic institutions in our neighborhood with which we have launched the partnership program. We have introduced a call for proposals from institutions who would like to partner IIT Roorkee. We received several proposals based on a set of criteria. 5 were identified. All those MOUs have now been signed, and all the partnerships have taken off in terms of identifying the collaborators from both the sides. And last recent initiative was the Roorkee Seva app. That was that how can we make the quality of life better for citizens of Roorkee in terms of becoming more tech savvy, more digital savvy by making all the services available on the smartphone. So it is like we have to think at all levels. We have been there for 175 years. We cannot think only about IIT Roorkee or only at the national level, or only at the global level, but every level, global level, national level, neighborhood, and of course for IIT Roorkee. Humanities is something that is so important for every student of any discipline. It is probably more important in an institute which teaches where large number of departments are there which do engineering or science, because engineering and science is so pervading, so deeply engraved in our day-to-day living. From morning, the moment you open your eyes to the time you go to the bed, you are everywhere surrounded by technology. But it is very easy to mistake as if technology is God, as if technology is the only thing that we must worry about. When there are so many other things that probably have an equal, if not a more important role than technology. Human behavior, how do societies function? What are these cultures like? What is the impact of environment on socio-cultural transformations? We cannot think only in terms of machines. Machines we require to improve our quality of life. But we start thinking or worrying or designing or implementing or manufacturing only machines. I think it is like we will not be able to reach the goal that we want to reach in terms of improving civilization, in terms of understanding civilization. And for that, humanities has such a central role to play. It teaches us that there are more complex things than machines. In fact, I would say machine is a simpler object than a human being. Human being is a much more complex object. The brain of the human being, the way we interact, the way we talk, the language that we use to express the emotions that we have, the thoughts that we have, how we get influenced. And these are all different dimensions, whether economics, whether psychology, whether sociology, whether English. All these things capture these things and they sort of address the more difficult problems. And so it is not a surprise that the more difficult problems are less easy to model, and so we'll have less quantitative models in the area of humanities, more quantitative models in the area of science and engineering. So I hope that our students from other departments will also be encouraged to come in. I would request the head to send the technical program of this two-day event. Although I think it was shared once 2 days back, if it can be done today also, especially to the students of IIT Roorkee from other departments. And the technical talks, some of them are so interesting, the topics are so interesting, that I would not be surprised if we get to see a sizable audience from other departments. So I would like to congratulate the department, the head of the department, Professor Mishra, and the committee, Professor Lalatendu Keshri Das, Professor Volva Priya, and today Professor Tony Thomas is here for having carefully come up with this idea, chosen the topic, reached out to different people, carefully brought people from different institutions, and stitched this two-day program. I hope this effort will not go waste and we'll make the best use of it. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for your valuable insights. Coming to the end of the inaugural session, I would like to call upon Professor Tony Thomas to give the vote of thanks.
A very good morning to all the delegates, guys, and to you all. I'm just standing in for Professor Rolopuya. Although I'm just standing in for his absence, I'm equally overjoyed and happy to propose this vote of thanks for this conference where we have our director, Professor Ajit Chaturvedi, who doesn't miss the opportunity to come and be with us and always encourage us by sharing thoughts, his own thoughts. And so thank you for coming and motivating us as always. We also have Professor Patriau. Thank you for being with us. Thank you for agreeing to be with us for the 2 days. Also, it would be very appropriate to thank the 175 years celebration organizing committee for funding this conference, especially the chairman, Professor Arun Kumar. And they have not only supported us in terms of funds, but they also lined up so many programs the rest of the year as well. Also, the head of the department, Professor Mishra, for conceptualizing the organizing of this conference and for his support to Professor Lalatendu as well as Professor Rolopuya. Said, I also wish to thank all the speakers who have come from all the other institutes, the participants. I welcome you all to this campus. Also, to all the other faculty colleagues who have come today, and also the PhD scholars. I'm sure you'll be having a very productive session for the next 2 days. Also, I would like to thank a few other departments who have supported us. The Department of Horticulture for providing us plants, for the Transportation Department for providing us the vehicles, Civil Department for providing us the furnitures, also the technical staff of APJ Abdul Kalam Block. Last but not the least, the conveners of the conference, Professor Lalatendu and Professor Rolopuya, along with the support of Professor A.J. Mishra in organizing this conference. Also the team, the entire PhD team, as well as the staff for their support in various ways at various points of time. So thanking you all, let me also join you in anticipating and looking forward to the next session of the conference. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Now I would request all of you to please rise for the national anthem.
जन गण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड़ उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे
Thank you all for being a part of this inaugural session. I request everyone to join us for tea outside, after which we will start with the keynote address sharp at 10 a.m. Thank you.